All right, what's going on? So this is a quick Part B video as it relates to the news segment that we just put out a moment ago, the one where we were talking about the Lori Lindbergh litigation where she is suing FCPS for 171 alleged incidents of seclusion and restraint as it relates to her minor son. We just told you all about that. Well, after I concluded that segment outside of the FCPS headquarters, I actually had a question that popped into my head. And if you've watched my channel, then you know that I have covered 3 recent news segments where I have talked about the fact that there have been multiple individuals who are now suing FCPS for different incidents. You know, we have one where there was an alleged race hoax that somebody is suing for. A football player is suing over allegedly being suspended and facing repercussions as it relates to what I like to call it a race hoax, where they said he said a racial slur. He says he never said it, so he ended up suing FCPS. We have the Crystal Spradlin lawsuit where she's suing FCPS over breaking her son's leg, and then obviously we have this latest lawsuit where you have this woman who is suing for 171 instances of seclusion and restraint. So anyway, I got this idea, this thought in my head. How much money is Frederick County Public Schools having to put out on the taxpayers' dime to hire attorneys of law to represent them for these multiple civil cases that they are now defendants in? So what I did is I actually put together a Maryland Public Information request, and I just sent it to the attorney who represents FCPS, and we are going to try to figure out how much all of this civil defense litigation is costing the taxpayers of Frederick County, Maryland. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about real briefly, and this is also part of the Part B little update side window as it relates to everything that I want to tell you guys relating to FCPS and their ongoing litigation. We are actually going to put out a video of all of the lawsuits that FCPS has been involved in over the past 7 or 8 years. So I have a lot of legal paperwork I'm going through now, but in the very near future, could even be this week, could even be like early this week, who knows, maybe even Thursday or Friday, we are going to put out a video discussing all of the litigation that Frederick County Public Schools has been involved in over the recent years. Obviously, litigation is costly and someone's paying for it, and that somebody is the Frederick County taxpayers. So we are going to try to figure out how much all of these lawsuits that are coming against Frederick County Public Schools is costing the Frederick County taxpayer. As of 7:39 p.m. tonight, we have a Maryland Public Information request into the attorney who represents FCPS, and we are going to try to figure out what those numbers are. We have one for 2015, 16, 17, 18, all the way up to this year, 2023. I know the year's not over yet, but we are trying to get a solid figure of how much over the past 7 or 8 years the taxpayers have had to spend in Frederick County to effectively give representation to FCPS for what could be intentional acts of negligence and wrongdoing. So I haven't seen any reporter or any journalist ask that question yet, but I'm going to ask that question. We have that question in today, and I will keep you guys updated as to what Frederick County Public Schools says in response to that public information request. Let's see what they say. Let's see what they give us. I hope there's not going to be any problems in getting this information. Obviously, if there is, we know how to deal with that as well, but there should be, at least not that I can think of, any problem with them disclosing what those numbers are to me. So when we find out that information, we will bring it to you guys, but I just wanted to let you know that we have an MPIA in today for a very serious inquiry, trying to figure out how much this is all costing the Frederick County taxpayer, and that we are also going to be releasing a video in the near future where we discuss in depth lots of litigation that FCPS has been involved in, particularly as the defendant over the past 6, 7, 8 years. We are going through all that now. So we'll get that all situated. That's what's going on. Levi Trumbull in Frederick. That's your update. Take it easy, guys.